So, hi. I'm a girl who talks and smiles a lot. If you have class with me, you know that I know a lot about a lot of things, but I'm here to tell you that I don't know a thing about so much more. Quantum physics for one. Love for another. You for a third, but I think that one I can fix. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. We're talking about souls here, so don't get any ideas. No, really. Take off that tough guy veneer and let me in. I hope I like what I find. And me, I'll strip off my sunny outer layer, and there we'll be, naked in front of each other. We're still talking about souls here, so get your mind out of the gutter. No man deserves punishment for his own thoughts. This quotation is doubly thought-provoking simply because no one has claimed it as their own. The only moniker attached to this bold statement is that of Anonymous. Anonymity gives people the chance to say the things they would never have the courage to say any other way. Good, bad, and ugly. But it is also society's most prevalent form of cowardice. This program seeks to draw back the veil of anonymity and expose its true face through prose, mirror, mirror on the wall, and the rules of the internet. Drama, anonymous. Poetry, anonymous. Vigilante, and So High, all by anonymous authors. Anonymity Anonymous. Yeah, we've got a problem. What would we do if we had no protection, no shield, no armor? Could we stand there boldly like Adam and Eve before they fell and scraped their knees, or would we find some other way to hide, weaving ideas into truths that we wish were reality? It's not tangible, but you are. To you, I'm just the girl who sits across the aisle, who talks too much and smiles a lot, but I'm talking and I'm not saying anything, and I think you are too. But hey, there's a lot of things that I don't know a thing about. Quantum physics for one. Love for another. You for a third. But I think that one we could fix if we tried really hard. So, hi. Rule 5. Anonymous never forgives. My son got in trouble at preschool today. When asked why he hit Joey, he said it was because Joey hit Hannah and you weren't supposed to hit girls. My son's the one that got in trouble because apparently you're not supposed to hit anybody even if they're mean. But me, I am proud of my son today. He stood up for those who could not fight for themselves, and he stood against those who prey on the weak. At 4 years old, my son has more honor than most grown men I know. Rule 3. We are anonymous. He drew. Sometimes he would draw and it wouldn't be anything, and he wanted to carve it in stone or write it on the sky. And it would be only him, and the sky, and the things inside him that needed saying. It was a beautiful picture. When he started school, he brought it with him. Not to show it to anybody, but just to have it close, like a friend. It was a funny thing about school. They sat him in a square, brown desk, just like all the other square, brown desks, and he thought it should be red. The teacher came and spoke to him. She told him to wear a tie like all the other boys, and he said, I don't want to be like them, and she said it didn't matter. Rule 7. Anonymous is still able to deliver. I want to be a teacher or a street light. What was with that kid? You know the one I'm talking about, the one that even other 6-year-olds find strange? They eat bugs for attention at recess. They have their bangs cut too short. They eat canned tuna for lunch, and they tell stories about pet hermit crabs. Me? I call those kids birds. Of Bert and Ernie fame now, some people find Bert and Ernie a little odd, alone in their little apartment with no parental supervision and in a questionable relationship, but I didn't think that was weird, and I didn't think Ernie was that strange either. I mean, he was just any normal question-asking kid. But Bert collected bottle caps and talked to pigeons. He was that kid. Rule 6. Anonymous can be a horrible, senseless, uncaring monster. After that they drew, and he drew all yellow, and it was the way he felt about morning. And it was beautiful. The teacher came and smiled at him. What's this? Why don't you draw something like Ken's drawing? Isn't that beautiful? And after that, his mother bought him a tie. And he always drew airplanes and rocket ships like all the other kids. And when he lay low, looking at the sky, it was big, and it was blue, and it was all of everything. But he wasn't anymore. He was square inside, and stiff. And he threw the old picture away, and the things inside him that just needed saying didn't need it anymore. They were crushed and brown. And he was like everyone else. Rule 6. Anonymous can be a horrible, senseless, uncaring monster. I want to be a dentist. Or a ballerina. And then there was that kid. The moonlighting kid. The kid who chose 2 completely different hypothetical futures. A dentist ballerina. A crime-fighting zookeeper. A garbage-collecting magician. Wow, they can do it all! When did we stop thinking that way? When did we get told that we had to pick and settle? Who told us we couldn't do it all? Rule 5. Anonymous never forgives. I am every teenage girl trying to figure it all out. Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? Who do you think you are? What does it matter? And who cares? I ask a lot of questions, and sometimes I come up with answers. I love or hate my brother or sister. I cry because of my boyfriend or friends or parents. I watch a lot of TV, and I listen to a lot of music, and I chat online, and I know, I should read more books, but I dream big, and I wish, and I hope, and I reach. And all the while, I wonder if I deserve it. I think everybody's judging me and watching, and yet I wish I got more attention. I'm self-conscious about some part of my body, my belly or my boobs, and I compensate in some way. In 100 different ways. 100 different ways. I am me. 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 And in 100 more different ways, you and I, we're exactly the same. Rule 4. Anonymous is legion. Look at these. These are what's changed you. You think you have control over it, but you lost control after the very first time. You used to have plans and friends and life. Now what do you have? People miss the old you. They miss you, and I do too. I just can't stand to see you hurting anymore. I just want to see that old girl again. Rule 3. We are anonymous. Now, isn't that what superheroes do? Taking justice into their own hands and righting wrongs that would otherwise go unnoticed? But even Batman had to fear reprimand just like my son and his teacher. Well, if that's the case, is it any wonder all of our heroes wear masks?